Yamfa trend no ento aso. President Nana Addo ewo trend mu. Na o trende say relying on borrowing for development in African countries comes with challenges. Or say very risky and costly. Now he's calling for the strengthening of African financial institutions and their ownership in order to provide financial support to African countries at a low cost. Or say bisiana eya my African countries or mobono. Ne board den papa e more and a risky. Enti no nka be yanka African financial institutions are mwanga some African institutions are more African countries na say any more African countries ni need no kamu mutumi eboa Africa we sa sika ne ade na ye omukọ jijijiji e wo other places na anka eye ade a be at a low cost na afi no aye within Africa aboa Africans na president eka sansem we e wa bra na okasa ewo 30th Afri-Exim Bank annual meeting Eshase Sunday no ewo Accra hanom no theme no delivering the vision building prosperity for Africans na meeting no mo ye na ebewie eye 21st June 2023 no President Eko Kasaye ewa Sunday no ho eno kan say I quote, the reality is that unless we have strong financial institutions we are not going to develop. As we have learned over the past decades, relying on foreign capital is both risky and costly. It has resulted in huge financial leakages through the high cost of defaulting in borrowing and interest rate payment and undermines the growth of our financial institutions, domestic resource mobilization and private sector development through the cost of funds. The ownership of our financial institution should be strengthened over to enhance continuous development and relevance. Two interventions are important to strengthen the developmental impact of the financial wherewithal of our development financial institutions, their capital and effective coordination with the African Union. Regarding the first set of interventions, President Ekosukaye, I want to reiterate that despite consistent errors made by many African governments, including during extremely difficult macroeconomic and global operating environment, our development financial institutions can remain highly undercapitalized. Unquote. Commented by no any. Echo say, he who refuses to heed good counsel learns the hard way. Unfortunately, our economy becomes a case study, ruining people's lives. Guan say, Mr. President, why are we borrowing recklessly? Kelvin said, Mr. President, you and your finance minister destroyed the financial institutions in Ghana. Lord say, hey, our president is alive or what? Or I just don't understand him anymore. It must say the man, Nana Addo, the president and his vice president are full of contradictions. Marfo say very true. That is why we have to put our resources into proper use and stop being selfish.